All right, so here's a quick look at Ilia Topuria's performance against Bryce Mitchell. He did a great job of shutting down a very talented, very tough Bryce Mitchell, and he did that in a multitude of different ways, getting his lead leg to the outside, playing the head level game, and just doing a great job from open stance. So check out some of these tips. All right, so we're gonna be breaking down Ilia Topuria and Bryce Mitchell. And Ilia did a great job of shutting down a really tough, really talented Bryce Mitchell. James will be playing Bryce Mitchell. He's our southpaw here. I'll be playing Ilia Topuria. And he just really did some great things as far as like striker versus grappler goes, and as far as competing in an open stance goes. So the first thing that Ilia started doing was he started playing the lead foot game and getting his lead foot outside of Bryce's lead foot. And that's kind of the fundamental way that you're always going to be taught to compete in open stance, is try to win that lead foot battle, which will put your rear knee and your rear elbow kind of right down the center line of your opponent or your partner, and you'll have a much easier time getting to your cross, getting to your rear round kick, etc. One of the things that you got to be careful whenever you're striking against a southpaw is they have the advantage with their rear body kick because your liver's on that side. But in this instance, Bryce Mitchell isn't necessarily a very decorated striker. He's not known to throw that many kicks. He's more of like a boxer-grappler type. So Ilia didn't have that to worry about as much. Once Ilia was able to kind of gain some confidence and find his rhythm, he kind of starts going the opposite way. And it's the way that I like to go as well in open stance, which is instead of winning this lead foot battle, he starts playing to the outside a little bit. When I play to the outside, I'm kind of baiting this person to throw their rear attacks. You know, and again, because Bryce Mitchell isn't necessarily the biggest kicker, you can kind of start pigeonhole somebody into their rear hand. So I know that Bryce is going to throw that rear hand. And Ilia started doing a good job of when that rear hand would come in, he would pull and he would be able to counter with his own cross. Okay, so again, we're going from being able to play outside of the lead foot to outside of that rear shoulder, and both can be really effective. I would say that if you're starting out and you are just getting comfortable with your striking, playing outside the lead foot is generally a good spot to play for. It sets up your attacks, you're able to strike very fluidly, and again, you're just putting yourself in a better position. Now, a good striker is going to start to make that adjustment, and they're going to want to get that foot to the outside as well. So if you're feeling comfortable, you can go the opposite way as well, which is kind of, again, playing off of their rear side. You want to be careful if they have a strong rear body kick, because again, that's kind of attacking your liver and can put you in a bad spot. But as long as you know it and you have counters to set your way up, playing outside of that rear shoulder is definitely a good option and can set up your power side as well. Another really good thing that Ilia did was the striker versus grappler battle. Okay, I think that he knew going into this fight, at some point in time, Bryce was going to be attempting a takedown. So he did a great job of always keeping his head level with Bryce, or even lower than Bryce's level. As long as my head level is low, generally speaking, my hip level is also going to be lower, and I'll be able to adjust to the fit-ins and the takedowns that my partner is going to throw my way. So again, he's doing a great job playing the lead leg battle, the rear shoulder battle, and then keeping his head in a great position where he can kind of throw his boxing, he can be aggressive with his boxing without necessarily worrying about the takedown. If I start getting aggressive with my boxing and my head starts to come up and my base starts to pop up a little bit, I'm in a really vulnerable spot for these fit-ins and these takedowns. But he did a great job while remaining aggressive to keep that low center of gravity and a good athletic base as he's kind of throwing. Did a great job with his underhooks and a great job with his wizard, and he really started to shut Bryce down. So again, I would say the three elements that I gained most from this fight and from his performance was playing that lead outside game, my lead leg outside of my partner's lead leg. That can set me up. That can kind of be the preliminary way that I start the striking battle off. Once I gain confidence, I'm kind of feeling a little bit more. Now I can play off that rear shoulder and I can bait the cross and I can work my pull counters and I can get my boxing going a little bit. And then again, striker versus grappler, making sure my head level is at least parallel with my partner, if not lower. It also put Ilia in a position where if he was fighting a high-level kickboxer and I'm leaning my head to this side a little bit, obviously I'm in danger like we saw Leon Edwards and Kamaru Usman. But in this instance, again, Bryce Mitchell doesn't have a very dangerous rear round kick game or a kicking game in general. So you can kind of play this gamble right here with your head off that center line a little bit to set up your boxing and your strikes. So if you get a chance, go back, watch Ilia Topuria, Bryce Mitchell. He did a great job that entire fight and that entire performance to really shut down a very dangerous and talented opponent. Hey guys, I hope you appreciate that video of Ilia Topuria from UFC 282. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel to get more content like this.